What a call we have lined up today. This young man, oh my goodness. Let's see, what can I go with this? This young man first did a call for us November the 18th, and his topic was making things happen. And I just loved, I mean, that was his first one. Today is the second call. We're bringing him out of the dugout. There you go. He hails from Trinidad by the way of Tubas. Did I say it right? Anyway, his background is a public health. He always wanted, listen up, always wanted to be an entrepreneur like his father. He was introduced to ACN by a friend of his who's a nurse, and he realized he had found a home and what he was looking for when he saw ACN. Without further ado, he hails from New York City area, the one and only, the great Mr. Winston Herbert.
Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening, good night. I know we have people tuning in from all over the world, different time zones. Mr. Thomas, am I coming through clearly? Yes. Thank you so much, Mr. Thomas, for this tremendous honor. You know, it's very special to be able to present of this call because of the caliber of leaders we've had, you know, we have every day. I just also like to thank quickly Mr. Clemens for always being here, making sure that we have a call. I'd also like to thank Mr. Lewis very quickly for always stepping in and helping us and pouring into us on the rare occasion Mr. Thomas is not here. And I just also like to quickly thank, you know, all the RDs who have supported me and helped me to be able to speak on the call. Mr. and Mrs. King, Ms. Evelyn Phipps, Mrs. Natasha Ismail, and of course, Mr. Justin Jusko. So that fits in perfectly with my topic today. My topic today is thank you to our leaders. Every day of this year and for the past couple of years, we've always had a tremendous training, a tremendous leader pour into us and help us to grow ourselves and our businesses. And, you know, Mr. Thomas is our SVP. Some of us were working with an RVP or RD, or maybe our leader might even be an ETL. So it got me thinking, since it's a holiday season, like, how can we thank our leaders? You know, what could we give to our leaders? So I just came up with a list of ideas that, you know, what could we give to people who can, you know, buy whatever they would like to buy? So I'd really like this call to be interactive. If possible, I'd like to have suggestions in the chat. And I just put together a small PowerPoint of some ideas of how we could thank our leaders. So let me share my screen. Oh, share screen. Everyone can see the PowerPoint, right? Yep. So yeah, what could we give to our leaders, right? So I was thinking, what gifts could we give to our leaders? So I just had a few ideas, and I'd really like if everyone in the chat could also, you know, put some suggestions. Like in any store or like with any gifts, some gifts cost more or worth more than others. So have weekly goals, right? So we can, you know, if we can have weekly goals of what we're going to do in our business, right? Have a daily schedule, plan out our day the night before. So whether, you know, we work or we have a business, we're doing the business for 1 to 2 days a week. You know, most of us know that when you don't have a schedule, that's where negativity tends to creep into your day if you don't have things planned out and empty vacuums of your schedule. Make monthly goals, right? This is another thing we can, you know, do to help move our businesses forward and give back to our leaders. Attempt 10 peaks per day. I mean, obviously you can do more or less, but 10 seems to be the golden number from the leaders, right? Study at least 4 personal development books per year. Now, I know some people, they can read a book in you know, like 15 days a month, but studying a book inside and out really helps you to master the book and master the information that are in those books. Speak to those people on your chicken list. You know, we all have people that we know would be great for the business. We respect that. We respect them tremendously. They're very successful. You know, like Mr. Sam Foster said about the lady his wife told him not to speak to. We all have those people still on our chicken list that we know would be great for the business. And then second point, right? Speak to the most successful people that we know. I mean, those 2 points go hand in hand, but yeah, we should be reaching out to those people, especially at this time of the year, because like I said, we know they would be great for the business. Next. Get people you do business with regularly to at least be your customer. Now, obviously, we know we can't force people to get into the business, but if we spend money with people regularly, whether it's a dry cleaner, whether it's a hairdresser, we should at least be able to get them as a customer. Get to 65, 75, 100, 150, 200 plus personal customer points. I mean, this is self-explanatory. This is just us following the leadership and the mentorship that we have, growing our businesses, and just applying the knowledge that we learn on a daily basis. Have regular store hours. I know, like Mr. Thomas mentioned, or like a lot of people mentioned, when they first joined the business and they were very busy running on the businesses, they usually run the business, 1 to 2 hours a day or 3 hours a day, whatever your schedule is. Just have, set store hours, but then also be willing to have flexible hours if your teams need it, or maybe a customer or person you reached out to, they were unavailable, but then they may be available on a different day. So just have regular store hours like any other store, but then also be flexible as well. Help new business partners become ETL in their first 30 days. For those of us, we've been on the call for the last couple of months. This is a topic, Mr. Lewis, Ms. Valena, Mrs. Driscoll, Mrs. Diana Garrison. I mean, this is a theme, right? Help someone become ETL in their first 7 to 14 days, help them get the ETL bonus. And that's a great way to start momentum in your team. Personally present the business and have a personal PBZ at least 3 times a week. So personally present the business at least 3 times a week and have a personal PBZ at least 3 times a week. Now, again, we do have presentations every day on this call, on this line. We have a call on Tuesday and Thursday. I know there's a call with some RVPs where they present 7 days a week. Even the company has a presentation weekly as well. But in order to grow your business and have it be intimate, you should be presenting the business. You should be having your own personal PBZs as well, because that's the system and that's the most effective way to build a business. Get your own licensed Zoom ID. Again, we have, we are working with leaders. They have their own Zoom ID. They're probably presenting for us. But then what happens when you start growing your team? You need your own licensed Zoom ID, right? Even for myself personally, it's subconsciously and consciously, it makes you schedule meetings. Even this week, I'm working with like one of my new IBOs. And I was like, okay, if we need to reschedule, I understand things happen, it's fine. It's the same number, it's the same link. Why? Because it's my Zoom ID. If it actually helps you put more people on, because you don't have to worry about the time limit, getting kicked off. So getting your Zoom ID just helps you to take more control of your business, schedule more meetings, and have, more activity and production. Be willing to have accountability calls with your mentors. Fully accept their love and correction. So again, we're working, with some of the best leaders in this company, in this industry. We like when they help us, but we don't always love their message. We may not always love the tone, but they just want the best for us. They're just trying to help us to get to where they currently are. So be willing to take their coaching and their accountability and just be coachable and follow what they're telling you to do. Oh man. Track and complete 100 squares chart. Mrs. Ismail is a big component of this. Obviously, this is from RVP Jeff Street, but this is a great way, again, to have production in your business and see where your business is going. This will remind you to follow up with people down the line. And it's just a great tool and measuring stick of what you're really doing in your business. Get at least 1 check per month. All right. Obviously, we're in this business for residual income, and the company, right? You're able to get a residual check every month. Have at least 1 free service. We know we can get free service with ID Seal, Power Your Wallet with Zoom Energy, Flash Mobile as well. So we should be aiming to get at least 1 free service. Get a check every week. all right, we're able to get what, 5 checks, right? If there's right 4 weeks in a month, and then the residual check. So get a check every week. It's available. Why not get a check every week, right? We're building, expanding businesses. We should be able to get a check every week. Get to the next position. Whether we're there's no position above SVP, but yeah, just get to the next position, set a date, make it happen, make it real, and go after it. Become a full-time entrepreneur / go full-time in ACN. We know this is the best way to make money. You know, those of us that have jobs, we know sometimes we spend most of our best hours, most of our most energetic hours at work. But if we build the business full-time, or we were doing something that we had more control of our time, we'd be able to put more time into our business and have, you know, a better quality of life and just be able to do the things more on our terms. Help someone to get to your position / personal point total. So again, this is you duplicating yourself. This is you becoming a leader and helping other people to do what you've been trained to do by your leaders as well. Have your promotion be the reason your upline becomes an ETL, RD, RVP, RVP Gold, RVP Platinum, or SVP. So again, this is another great way you could thank your mentors or your upline, right? By just following their training, doing what you need to do. And then when you promote yourself, you help them become promoted as well. Make your mentors load easier. They can take a vacation and you'd be able to help your group and your sideline move their businesses forward. I mean, Mr. Thomas is able to do this when he, you know, when he has to travel. He has Mr. Clemens, he has all the RDs, Mr. Lewis. So again, this is another great way you can thank your leaders for them pouring into us continuously every day, that you'd be able to move your business forward and their business forward if for any reason they need to take a break for whatever reason. Okay, is there anything in the group? Is there anything in the chat? Let me see. See any suggestions? Let me see. Chat. Let me see. Chat. Let me see. Okay. Mr. Sam Foster said more follow-ups. Ms. Tila Do here said be coachable. Mr. Sam Foster said more customers. Mrs. Hayes says more phase 1. Okay, so those are the suggestions. And then, yeah, in conclusion, the best way we can thank our mentors is by taking massive action, achieving our goals and dreams, and then helping and inspiring others to do the same. And that was my message for today.